There's like a ray of sunlight right there.
Would you like to scoot over here?
No, that's right. Hey there, Jesse Moore, Pickett Street Properties.
Dennis Pierce, Pickett Street Properties.
And Dennis just got back from Alaska.
I did.
Feeling refreshed and renewed.
I feel like I had an amazing time, and I don't know if I'd say refreshed and renewed, but I definitely feel like I'm, back and ready to dig in.
Good. You didn't happen to deal with any agents while you were over there?
Strangely enough, yes, I did.
You did? I was hoping you'd be exempt.
No, there's no such thing. I know it's technically supposed to be a vacation, theoretically, but no, my phone rang, and interestingly enough, it actually rang 3 times from the same person.
Oh. That would have been, what should we call her? Imelda?
I don't know how many shoes she's got, but that's the one.
Yeah, Imelda's not my favorite agent this week.
Yeah, she's got a bit of I think her biggest issue is she's got a knowledge gap.
She's got a bone to pick with me.
I would say the inverse is true.
It was funny. Dennis was in Alaska this week, and I was here holding down the fort. And we have a co-listing. It's a short sale. I sold this short sale in 2 days.
Right.
Full price offer, no concessions. Not only that, but I had the buyer agree to pay for the homeowner dues balance and the utilities balance because it had been vacant for some time.
Right.
And so that's pretty amazing in and of itself. So that went pending January 3rd, 2012. And this week is the first week in February.
That would be, how many? That's like
4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks. And so then we get a call from an agent who wants to write up a backup offer on the short sale. And I didn't respond urgently because I already have a contract submitted to the bank in process, and I'm going to have approval on this within the week. I'm a week away from approval.
And I guess just to give you a little knowledge here from the buyer side, typically, as a listing agent, I love to have somebody who would like to be in backup position. It just kind of makes things a little more comfortable. But in terms of a buyer, if I'm representing the buyer on this type of transaction, I'm going to tell them your chances are slim to none.
Yeah.
The reality is that if it's that far down the road, unless something catastrophic happens, this thing is going through.
Well, and buyers do walk away from short sales. I mean, that's just a cold, hard fact.
Absolutely.
And so it is. I do understand a buyer's agent wanting to write a backup offer, but you just have to know that you're playing an odds game, a numbers game, and that for every backup offer you write, every 10 backup offers you write, you might get one.
Right.
So it was just funny. This gal was so persistent, so urgent that we contact her about this offer, which it's kind of like I don't know. It's like the used car sales lot guy trying to sell you a car as you're driving a car you just purchased off the lot.
Right.
It's like your timing isn't great. And
you've already blown the deal. And
and so she's coming to me with a sense of urgency, like you have to look at my offer, and I guess I didn't respond in a timely manner. So she called you 3 times while you were in Alaska.
Right.
You don't know as much about the file.
It's not.
I'm the lead agent on that. And so anyway, when I finally get back to her, she's kind of snippy, and then she ends up emailing me an offer and says, "I want you to submit this directly to Fannie Mae."
Of course, now if you know anything about a short sale, you know that Fannie Mae isn't going to be looking at anybody's offers.
No, I mean the Fannie Mae is an investor. They don't send you. No one writes a check to Fannie Mae every month. They write a check to Bank of America or Chase. Right. And those are the servicers who act on behalf of Fannie Mae. Right. So anyway, but this agent isn't aware of that. I don't expect consumers to know that, but real estate agents should know this. And so I laughed a little bit because I'm not... Okay, I'll get right on that. I'll send that to Fannie Mae.
I know they're waiting for my call.
Right. Thank you for your backup offer that I don't need. But anyway, so then I wrote her, and what's funny is, I won't get into the whole thing, but I was very clear with her, and I was polite and nice, and I told her, hey, thanks for the backup offer. I'm not going to have the seller sign it. I'm not going to screw up things with the bank.
Right.
And so I think that's just kind of our policy, and that we wanted to talk about a little bit today, is that we are not looking to complicate the process. We want to make this process as simple as possible, and we do that by submitting one offer to the bank on a short sale property.
I mean, frankly, the short sale process is convoluted enough there's enough going on, enough moving parts, that we don't need anything to put in front of the bank that's going to further complicate that.
Well,
system.
and not to, totally rail against the banks, but most of the people that we're talking about have not been in their job a long period of time.
Right.
They weren't promoted into their job.
Yeah.
They were hired at an entry-level position into a job that not many people like. And so...
it's not a lot of fun working as a negotiator at the bank.
Right, and I would just say that very few people that we talk to excel at their jobs, or like their jobs, or have... I mean, we give them an index of the short sale packet, yet they still call us and ask us for stuff. And I have to say, it's on page... You see the index? It says it's on page 24. It's on page 24.
Right.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, we're not talking about the nation's best and brightest necessarily. Nothing again. I'm sure there's plenty of bright people that work at banks on lost mid files. I just haven't found any. So, but the point is that you don't want to confuse the process any more than you need to. So we do not send multiple offers to the banks because you know what you have to do. You have to generate multiple documents for every offer. And so if you miss one piece of any one of those packages,
you're going to get it kicked back.
You're going to get it kicked back, and it's going to slow the process down. All we want is one dedicated buyer who's dedicated to buying that property, and he's going to stick in there for the long haul while we get approval. And honestly, it's not that long of a haul. In this case, literally from the date, what is today? The 3rd?
3rd.
So
A month ago today.
I submitted that packet around the 10th of January, and I will have full approval on a post-bankruptcy, 2-position lien, short sale. One of the seconds in recovery, right. I'll have full approval on that in 5 weeks, 4 weeks. Right. And that's the other thing. That's probably another video. So we'll talk about that another time. But on this case, what we want you to know is we're not looking for multiple offers on a short sale. We want one offer. If we get multiple offers, we'll use that to make one very clean, good offer with a committed buyer so that we can get approval without confusing the banks. So, one offer, and this is for real estate agents that are writing up our properties as well.
Make it your highest and best, and come in with that expectation that we're not going to be submitting multiple offers.
Yeah, and write up a backup offer if you want. Just know we're not submitting it to the bank, and we probably won't even submit it to the seller.
Right.
We'll let them review it, and they'll politely decline our ability to send that to the bank. So, anyway, that's those are the calls you had to deal with while you're in Alaska. Backup offer on a pending short sale.
I actually, just for a little context, I got the 3rd call from her while I was sitting on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
Literally.
Did you put the phone away and say, "I'm sorry, it's breaking up"?
The most frustrating thing was I had exceptional reception.
I'm sorry, the Aurora Borealis is messing with my signal. That's what I would have said. Actually, it wouldn't have been that nice. Anyway, thank you guys. See ya.
Thank you.